Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Alex Artemiak, and this is Sachi. Today, in our part 5 of our HPF or Hot Yoga series, we'll be investigating the movement of the shoulder blades. So it's important to realize the shoulder blades have these basic movements. They can go inwards into retraction, away from each other into protraction, up into elevation, down into depression, and then the arms can also reach out almost like angel wings, creating rotation in the shoulder blades. So it's not important that you memorize what those actions are, but more that you investigate what the possibilities might be. So oftentimes when I'm watching students, the shoulders are rounding forward, or they're getting held up too high, or they're getting held up too low. And so those are some of the common misalignments. And as we investigate those movements of the shoulders and shoulder blades, you're going to find that you might have some really awesome realizations on how you're moving your shoulders and whether that's constricting your energy flow or allowing your body to open. So I hope this practice helps you address those issues and feel really good in your body. Please take a moment to like this video, maybe save it for later, see how working it over and over again really heightens your sensitivity and awareness, and enjoy this class. Let's begin. So let's come all the way up into a standing pose. Separate your feet hip distance. If you missed the other series, that's okay. You can go back and take a look. They're on my YouTube channel. This class can stand alone by itself, so not a big deal. Okay, take your hands, bring them to the prayer position, heart center. Give yourself a moment just to ground into an intention. What brings you to the mat today? Simply put, what is the energy that you wish to feel for yourself and then give to the world around you? Taking 1 hour to cultivate this energy. The word inspiration comes from the Latin spirare, which means to breathe. So when we inspire, when we breathe in, when we think consciously and intentionally, we infuse that conscious energy into our bodies. What would you like to breathe in? What would you like to breathe out? What would you like to become a channel for? Consolidate it into a single word. Let that be your mantra. Today, I'll be cueing you to Om. So if you want to join me with that, just holding along Om silently in your mind as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Okay, that long Om, very powerful in helping to dissolve any unwanted thoughts and also helping to create the sacred fire that disallows thoughts from fully forming. If your mind gets distracted, it's okay. As often as you can, just come back to Om when you can. All right, let's begin. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Reach your arms up. From here, let's work the shoulder blades up and down, using the shoulder blades to pull on the length of the spine. So as you draw the shoulder blades up, think of reaching with your fingers. Use your fingers to pull on your wrists. Use your wrists to pull on your shoulders. Use your shoulders to pull on your lower back. Now ground down into your feet. Exhale, goal post your elbows wide. Now grab an imaginary pull-up bar, pull down. As you pull down, those shoulder blades are going into rotation. Feel your lats turn on. Stay. Exhale the air from your lungs. Brace your front ribs and your hip points to your navel. Then inhale, initiate the back bend. Squeeze the shoulder blades slightly in, but imagine they're like two little hands that are cupping your rib cage and supporting you up. Can you pin the shoulder blades behind the ribs, expanding the chest? Breathe in. Stay for your exhalation. Feel the expansion on the chest. Let's move. Inhale, mountain pose. Shoulder blades go up, pulling on the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Tilt your pelvis. Take your bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in the spine. Move the shoulder blades down, away from your ears. This is going to help to feel the length of the neck come forward. Take the top of the head forward. Pull your hips back. Breathe in. Crouch, round, and curl. Lift your heels. Get high onto the ball mounds of your feet. Spider up onto your fingertips and then squeeze your arms into your legs. Squeeze your legs into your arms. As you squeeze the arms into the legs, can you move the shoulder blades wide? Feel the stretch across your back as you engage the front of your chest. Stay for the exhalation. We take this breath to movement. Heels down, inhale, mountain pose. Grab the bar, exhale, pull down. Draw the shoulder blades like little cups behind the spine. Inhale, back bend, support the chest as you open. Stay for the exhale. Can you feel the shoulder blades holding the rib cage up? Inhale, mountain pose. Elevate the shoulder blades, pull on the spine. Exhale, sweep your arms as you bow to the mat. Halfway lift, move the shoulder blades back, feel your neck. Exhale, crouch, round, and curl. Squeeze the arms in, move the shoulder blades apart. Heels down, inhale, rise, mountain pose. Adding on, hook your thumbs up above your head. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Separate the feet hip distance. Bend your elbows, kind of move those shoulders around. If you go too high, you can start to clamp into your head and into your neck. So can you find that place between elevation and depression that feels long on the spine, long on the lower back, but also spacious in the neck? Stay for an exhalation, brace your core. Here we go. Inhale, up and over to the right. Pull up on the left shoulder blade. Accentuate that length on the left sideways. We're here for 2 cycles of breath with the mantra, Om in, Om out. Slow your breath as best as you can. Steady the inhalation. Steady the exhalation. One more, full in. Back to center. Switch the hook of your thumbs. If you need to shake out the arms and roll the shoulders for a second, you can. Then hook your thumbs, opposite thumb on top. Elevate. Take a moment, brace, front ribs, hip points to navel. Create that abdominal airbag. And then inhale up and over to the left. As you go to the left, elevate that right shoulder up. As the right shoulder lifts, feel the length on the right side waist. Notice that left shoulder. Is it driving down? Can you elevate it too? Use your fingers, pull on your wrists. Use your wrists, pull on your shoulders. Use the shoulders, pull on the sides of the waist. Give yourself maximum space. Now stay here and cycle the breath slowly. Empty. With the mantra, oming as you breathe in. Oming as you breathe out. We're here for one more. Om through the inhale. Om through the exhale. Coming back to center. Goalpost the arms. Breathe in. Lift your chest. Start to enter the back bend. Move the shoulder blades in. Cup behind your heart. Inhale up. Mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift, shoulder blades move back. Feel the length on your neck. Exhale, crouch, round, and curl. Arms squeeze, shoulder blades move apart. Heels down, inhale, rise, mountain pose. We go breath to movement. I'll mirror you. Exhale, brace the core. Elevate the shoulder blades. Inhale, side body stretch to the right. Can you move the shoulder blades up? Exhale, back to center. Work your steeple grip if you haven't yet. Palms together. Side bend up and over to the left. Elevate the shoulders. Elevate the sides of the waist. Exhale, back to center. This time we pause. Look up. As you look up, squeeze those palms. Use that steeple grip. Try to poke a hole into your ceiling. Elevate the shoulder blades, then brace your core. Steeple back bend. Start to trace your fingers towards the wall behind you. Open the arms a little to move your head between the arms, then root into your feet and reach. Breathe fully in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale up, mountain pose with steeple grip. Exhale, steeple forward fold. Bend your knees, tilt your hips. Keep your arms long and your spine strong. And then at the bottom, scoop up your heels or grab anywhere on the back sides of your legs. If it's appropriate, slide your fingers underneath the backs of the ankle bones. Shimmy your elbows behind your thighs, behind your calves. Take a moment, wiggle the rib cage low. Now aim the top of your head down towards your big toes and pull your shoulders back from your ears. Breathe fully in. Flex your quads, lift your hips, lift your tailbone. Again, full. Empty. Re-grab your steeple grip. Strong arms lead the way. Inhale, pull your way up to standing. Exhale, relax your arms down by your sides. Okay, reach your arms forward, palms face down, separate the feet hip distance, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, sit down and back. Control your breath, control your mind. Om through the inhalation. Reach the arms forward, moving the shoulder blades apart. And then exhale, sit low and lift your spine back. So now we're looking for that place in the middle. Shoulder blades aren't super wide, nor are they tucked in. We're finding the engagements in both directions. There's that feeling of the halfway lift. There's that feeling of rounding the spine and moving the shoulder blades apart. Breathe in. Challenge the legs, sit a little lower. Maybe you roll the shoulders around, just explore them today. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lift your heels. Get up on the ball mount. Exhale, bend your knees, start to sit. As you get lower into your legs, balance the pressure from big to pinky toe. Now work with the space of the breath. Inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, hover your heels or lower them down for a moment. Turn your feet slightly more inwards. Zip your knees and thighs together. Then re-lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, start to slide straight down. Pull the thigh bones in. Move the arms forward. Lean your spine back. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, release your arms, release your feet. Slide your feet to touch. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, eagle, wrap your right arm underneath your left arm, cross at your elbows, cross at your wrists, then bend your knees. Lift up onto your right big toe, feel out your left foot. When your left foot is connected to the ground, when you're aware of it, loop your right thigh over your left thigh. Let's take the elbows up in line with the shoulder blades, and then protrude the elbows forward, moving the shoulder blades apart. Then draw the shoulders down and squeeze your elbows down into your chest. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Lift up your right knee. Exhale, eagle arm to airplane pose. Kick your right leg long. As you lever your right leg up and tilt your pelvis, stretch the elbows forward. Breathe in. Unwind your hands. Palms together, steeple grip, heart center. Then reach forward, standing stick. Elevate the shoulder blades towards your ears. Pull the body apart. Reach through your fingers. Point through your right toes. Inhale all the way up to standing. Feet together. Exhale, eagle wrap. Left arm underneath the right. Bend your knees. Sit down, sit back. Lift up onto your left big toe. Once you're connected, aware of the right foot, loop your left thigh over your right thigh. Squeeze your thighs together, elevate the elbows up in line with the shoulders, send them forward, and then pull your shoulders down, compress your elbows into your chest. One breath, full oming in, Oming out. Inhale, unwind. Elevate your left knee. Exhale, eagle armed airplane pose. Tilt your pelvis. Lever up your left leg. Stretch your elbows forward as you bow. Then unwind your arms, palms together, steeple grip. Reach forward, standing stick. Like you did towards the ceiling, poke the index fingers forward towards the wall in front of you. Elevate those shoulders and shoulder blades, then pull your right hip back and in. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, withdraw your arms down by your sides. Feel your left foot, lift your right knee in line with your right hip. Take the arms, reach them wide. Move the shoulder blades apart, then bring them in. Move them apart, breathe in, stay lifted if you're grounded on your left foot. Exhale, round and curl. Take a hold around the right ball mound. In this position, move the shoulder blades apart. Feel the doming of the upper spine. Feel the stretch across your back. Stay here or elevate your spine. Stack head over shoulders over hips over heel, and then extend your right leg forward to the degree you can maintain a tall spine. Pull the shoulder blades back and slightly in. Draw the shoulders back and feel the lift in your spine. Include the neck. Inhale. Stay or round and curl. Hands around the ankle. Wrap your elbows around your calf. Move the shoulder blades apart as you work the thigh bones in. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Back to starting position. If your left foot needs a break, lower the right foot down. Shake out the left foot. Float your left arm up into the sky. Bend your right knee. Reach back behind. Grab the inside arch of your right foot. Breathe in. Exhale, brace your core, brace your leg into the mat. Feel the left foot. Start to tilt your pelvis. As you tilt the pelvis, take the left arm, reach forward, elevating the left shoulder blade. Now, the strength of your leg dominates the strength in your arm, so roll your shoulder against the kick, and you'll feel the chest turn on. Then kick a little harder. Breathe. Slow rise to standing, feet together. Release your arms down by your sides. Feel out your right foot. Lift up your left knee, maybe roll your left ankle around. Flex the toes back against the shin. Push down into your right foot. Open and spread your chest. Inhale, you can take the arms nice and wide. You could stay here or exhale, round and curl. If you're rounding, move the shoulder blades wide apart. Feel the stretch in your back. Stay or lift your spine. Start to kick your left leg forward. In this position, notice if the shoulder blades are still getting yanked apart. That's from the power of the kick. Move the shoulders back, move the shoulder blades in, lift your spine, and breathe. Fully in. Round and curl. Wrap your elbows around your calf. Move the shoulder blades apart. Wiggle the spine forward. Breathe, full in. Stay for the exhale. Slowly rise back to starting position. If your right foot needs a break, left foot down. Shake out that right foot a moment. Then right arm to the sky. Pin your left elbow to your left side waist. Reach back behind, grab the inside of the left foot. Make sure that shoulder is rolled open. If you grabbed the wrong way, the shoulder is going to clamp down. So palm up, keep the hand face up, then just rotate back, grab the inside arch. Begin, tilt your pelvis. As the pelvis tilts, the leg lifts. Reach your right arm forward, elevating the right shoulder close to the right ear. Roll your left shoulder against the kick, engaging the left side of your chest, and then kick a little harder. Breathe. Control your mind. Steady your gaze. Steady your breath. Steady your awareness in the skin of the right foot. And from stability, feel your chest. Slow rise. Feet together. Arms come up. Grab your pull-up bar, then pull your elbows down. Brace your core. Inhale, back bend. Stay for your exhale. What do you feel? Mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, full breath. High plank. Exhale. From your high plank pose, you can do this from your knees too. These are scapular movements. Keep your arms nice and straight. Lower your spine down between the shoulder blades and then lift the spine up. A couple times like that. Spine lowers, spine lifts. Avoid bending the elbows so that you can isolate just the feeling of the shoulder blades coming together and moving apart. Then pull your shoulders from the backside, your shoulders towards your tailbone. Feel the length of the head and neck protrude forward. Exhale, bend your knees, downward facing dog. In down dog, work elevation and depression. Move the shoulders up into your ears and then down away from the ears. Couple shoulder shrugs. And then work retraction and protraction. Shoulder blades moving in towards each other and away from one another. To move them in, squeeze the shoulder blades together. To move them apart, squeeze your hands towards each other. As the hands squeeze towards each other, you're going to feel your chest engage. Add a little elevation, shoulder shrug, and see if you can manipulate those shoulder blades towards one another, away from one another, up and down. You're looking for your happy medium. Where's that place where the head, neck, and shoulders feel nice and spacious? Inhale, float your right leg high. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Exhale, step between your hands, low lunge. Pin your back heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Root into the feet. Lift your chest. Take the arms, reach forward and back. Take your hands, imagine pushing the walls apart. Breathe in, open your chest. Press hand from hand, and then squeeze the walls in. Draw the shoulder blades together. So we're working that retraction, protraction. Inhale, open the shoulder blades apart. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Extended side angle. Right elbow on top of the right thigh. Press the elbow down, the thigh up, move the hips. Now wing out the arms as if your body was a human cross leaning in a diagonal line. Notice what happens if you take the left arm straight up, can bring the shoulder too tight to the ear, move the shoulders down so that there's equal length between your ears and each of your shoulders. Breathe fully in. Try to float the right arm. Turn your belly, turn your ribs, turn your chest. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay low in the right leg. Left hand pushes on the back of the right palm. Elevate the hands towards the ceiling and then slide the hands back. Use the grounding energy of your hips down through your heels and the lifting energy on the sides of the waist and spine. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up, star pose. Exhale, horse. Bend your knees, hands to thighs. Get your sway going side to side. So notice if you're holding your shoulders tight to your ears like I'm doing here. Instead, turn the fingers in. Bend your elbows and drop those shoulders down and wide. Inhale, lean forward, tilt your hips, feel the length in the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Dip the left shoulder down. Look over towards your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the back or to your left. Right shoulder dips. Look over your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, slow your breath with the mantra Om in the mind. Oming through the inhale as you center. Oming through the exhale as you twist. Inhale, star pose, take it up. Parallel your feet. Turn your big toes slightly more inwards. Grab your palms together behind your back. As you take your hands together, brace your skull back, roll your shoulders open, clamp your palms, and flex your biceps. Keeping your biceps flexed, lift your chest, breathe in. From the pelvis, exhale, tilt your hips to tilt the spine, keeping it nice and long. Watch your head from dumping down. If it does, it's going to roll your rib cage forward, which is going to roll the shoulders forward, and that's going to break the hands apart. So it's not about keeping the hands together. Don't force that, because if you do and your spine's misaligned, you're going to feel a lot more pressure in the neck. But find the length of the spine, find the openness in the chest, and the hands will have less of an issue staying tight together. So the hands are kind of more of an indication than they are a goal. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up to standing. Palms together up above your head. Shorten the stance. And then pivot to point forward towards your right foot. Right toes turn straight forward. Back toes turn slightly forward. Press into your feet. Now, elevate those arms. Use the fingers to pull up on the armpits and shoulders. Take a slow breath in. Exhale. Carve your fingers through the wall in front of you. Tilt your hips and bow. Split your hands to either side of your right foot. Then tuck your chin to your chest. Glue your forehead as low to your right leg as you can. Gaze up to your navel. Firm down into your feet. Move the shoulder blades apart. Breathe in. Stay for your exhale. Full to empty. Full. With the mantra on the mind. Oming through the exhalations. Re-grab the palms together. Inhale, steeple rise. Use those strong arms. Pull up on the shoulders to assist the lift of the spine. Exhale, hands behind your back. Palms together flat. Interlace the fingers. Flex your biceps. Lift your chest. Come up off the back toes. Exhale, toppling tree pose. Tilt your pelvis, levering up the left leg. Keep your head and neck long. Breathe in. Feel out your right foot. Standing, split your hands down to either side of the right foot. Bend both your knees. Squeeze your left heel in towards your butt. Now press your hands down and forward. Conversely, pull your right heel back. Then lift up your left knee and straighten both your legs. Deep breath in. Step back. Low lunge or high to low plank. Inhale into up dog or down dog kick. Bend the knee, open hip. If you're in up dog, let's hold it for one breath. Imagine the shoulders are inside a collapsing door frame. Brace the door frame open as the shoulders go wide. Drag your chest through the open door you just created. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, float your left leg high. Bend your knee, open hip. Exhale, step between your hands, low lunge. Back heel down to the mat. Inhale, rise, warrior two, open. Same idea. This time, open the palms to the sky. Make two fists. Press your fists into the walls. Then squeeze your shoulder blades in. Couple times, just moving the shoulder blades in and out. The more you play with the shoulder blades, the more you enhance the neurological connection, the more connected to your body and to the world you become. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. You can use the elbow to thigh to adjust the hips. But think of the spine from the pelvis to the right heel to the top of the head. Try to find a diagonally straight line, and then your arm should find the exact opposite line. So your body from the side should look like a giant X, just in a lunge position. Find the cross from the arms through the spine and breathe full in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up. Right hand on the back of the left hand. Push the hands high, elevate those shoulders towards your ears, and then slide the palms back. Feel the lift of the right rib over the right side waist. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose, toes out, heels in. Let's go breath to movement, start a horse. Exhale, bend your knees, horse, pull the elbows down. Now we're working those rotations in the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms as you reach up. Elevate the shoulders. Exhale, sweep the arms down, bend the elbow, shoulder blades in. Inhale, float the arms. And exhale. Inhale, rise. Parallel your feet. Then turn the big toes slightly in. Exhale, tilt your hips, take your bow. Grab for the outer edges of their feet. Pull. Lift the back of your heart forward and up. Draw your shoulders down and back. Breathe. Full. Find that halfway or quarter lift energy in your spine. Tee out your arms. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Palms together up above your head. Shorten up your stance. And then pivot towards your left foot. Left toes straight. Back toes turn slightly forward. Elevate the shoulders and shoulder blades. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your left knee. Tilt your pelvis. Reach through your fingers. By engaging the arms, you stay fully committed through the whole body. Split your hands down to either side of the left foot. Touch your forehead as low on your left leg as you can manage, then gaze up towards your navel. Press the hands down and forward. Flex your quads and push into your heels. Regrab your palms. Inhale, steeple rise. Pull with the arms. Exhale, release your hands behind your back. Slide your left foot in. Palms together flat. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your back heel off the mat, lever with the right leg, exhale, toppling tree. The right leg lifts, that tilts the pelvis forward. Breathe fully in. Exhale, standing split. Bend your lifted knee, squeeze heel to butt. Bend your standing knee enough that you can place your hands down, even if that's slightly out in front of you. Push your hands down and forward. In opposition, pull your left heel back. Now lift your right knee and extend your legs towards straight. Full breath in. Exhale, step back, either low lunge or high to low plank. Inhale, down dog kick or up dog. Brace the door frame, then pull your chest through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath to movement. Inhale, right leg high, oming as you breathe in. Step between your hands, oming as you breathe out. Back heel down, om as you rise into warrior two. Slow and steady movements, extended side angle. Reverse. Either high to low plank or low lunge. Down dog kick or upward facing dog. And we all meet downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale between your hands. Back heel down, use it to rise. Inhale, warrior two. Slow is smooth. Smooth allows you to notice. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Be not in a rush to get anywhere, but feel the moments and the transitions. Exhale, either low lunge or high to low plank. Down dog kick or up dog. Open the door frame, pull your chest through. Exhale, down dog. 2 cycles of breath, adjust the shoulders in down dog and see. Yoga is a journey of self-exploration We let go of thinking that we're doing anything right or wrong and just explore how a little bit of movement in the shoulder blades, a feeling of pressure in the hands can help us recalibrate into a place that feels nice, that feels open and stable, that lets the breath and the body's energy flow. Let's exhale all the air out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel to the front. Half lift, full breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, take it up. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Stabilize the left foot, lift up your right knee. Tree pose, variations, you can circle the right thigh around, or you can take Vinyasa style tree, level your hips either way, and feel the equal pressure on the left foot. Stay, or hot style tree, take the pinky blade of the right foot, lift it up into your left hip crease. Point your toes and push your foot into your body, extending the right knee down. Squeeze your thighs lightly in, then balance the pressure on the left foot. One or both hands to the prayer. Stabilize your gaze, something small, something not moving. Let the breath move your body fully in. Release the right foot down. Other side, lift up your left knee, circle the knee around, just calibrating as you move the left leg. As your weight shifts, can you adapt in the feeling of your right foot? Keep your right foot centered. Now, Vinyasa style tree, open the left knee, squeeze your foot and your leg into each other. No matter what position you take, level your hips. Stay here, or take the pinky blade of the left foot, slide it up into your right hip crease. Point to the toes, press the blade of the foot into your hip. One or both hands to the prayer. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. In the mind, chant Om through the inhalation and the exhalation. And then release the left foot down. Release your arms down by your sides. We take it through our Sun A flow. Inhale, reach your arms up. Grab your pull-up bar. Exhale, pull your elbows down, feeling the shoulders going into rotation and depression. Then inhale, back bend. Work the shoulder blades into retraction. Cup them behind the rib cage and lift your chest. Feel the openness of the chest through the movement of the shoulder blades. Inhale, mountain. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, full breath. Exhale, crouch round curl, all the way down onto your back. From your back, immediately Badakanasana, soles of the feet together, knees go wide, fingertips right behind the earlobes. Exhale, lift your shoulders, lift your chest, pin front ribs, hip points to navel. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. Stay light between the fingers and ear. Keep the elbows moving wide and the shoulder blades nice and far apart. Those lowers and lifts, can you feel all of the action coming from the core so that the shoulder blades and the upper torso are just following along for the ride? Hold the lift, reach your arms forward. Start to pulse, reach right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Just 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Circle your knees towards one another, away from one another. Fingertips back behind the earlobes. Left leg extends long. Exhale, bicycle twist to the right. Pull the right shoulder blade up off the mat. Inhale, center, switch the legs. Exhale, twist to the left, pull the left shoulder blade up off the mat, and then carry on at your own pace. As you go side to side, you just want to notice, are the shoulders just kind of rolling side to side? If so, it's probably because your intention is to touch elbow to thigh, but instead of making that your goal, make the shoulder blades lifting off the mat your goal, and then the rotation of the torso. you're going to feel a lot more contraction through the obliques and through the core. Shoulder blades up, shoulder blades up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Hug in. Full in. And then extend out. Reach your legs forward. Reach your arms way back behind you. Point through your toes. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Hug your knees into your chest. Grab behind your thighs. Let's rock up into a seat, prepping for boat pose Navasana. Toes on the mat. Lift your chest. Grab behind the thighs. Pull up with your hands. Push down with your legs. First, draw the shoulder blades together slightly, like two little hands cupped behind the rib cage. Use the shoulder blades to uplift the chest. Use that to support the openness in the chest. So to the degree you can feel the space of the chest and the shoulder blades helping, start to take the arms up. Lift your legs. Push through your toes, firm your thighs. Breathe fully in. Maybe start to extend the legs. Shoulders back and down. Feel the length in the neck. Feel the space of the chest. And then cross your shins. Downward facing dog. If you want to take this through high to low plank, you're welcome to do so. From down dog, separate your feet, mat distance. Walk your hands back. Exhale, Malasana frog squat. Elbows on top of thighs. Press your elbows down. Feel the lift in the spine. Okay, so into flying frog today, we have retraction of the shoulder blades in, protraction of the shoulder blades apart. We have the relaxed middle where you're not even sure which one you were doing. And then we have the engaged middle, and this is the key. The engaged middle means you know how to bring the shoulder blades in, how to bring them far apart, and you're finding the middle intentionally so that you're not leaning too heavy into either direction. It's a tricky place to find at first, and so my advice to you is to understand the middle, wiggle to both sides. Try to move the shoulder blades apart, try to let the shoulder blades drop, and see. First, when you know what the sides of the road feel like, you're more acclimated to figure out where the middle truly lies. And so there's that feeling of squeezing the hands towards each other. That engages the chest to help move the shoulder blades apart. Then there's the feeling of the halfway lift where I lift my spine and that brings the shoulder blades together and in. Can you mix those both up into flying frog? Push your hands flat to the mat at shoulder distance. Squeeze the hands in to engage your chest. Lift the back of the heart to engage your shoulder blades in with the rhomboids. Now bend your elbows, tilt forward. Oddly enough, draw the shoulders back away from your ears and extend the head forward, like you're trying to push the top of your skull through the wall in front of you. Come on down, and so that's that last tricky part. So you also have protraction, retraction, then you have elevation and depression. And it might make sense. You're like, well, if I bring the shoulders up towards the ears, then that's more body weight going forward, so maybe my toes will lift. It's sort of true, but it's a paradox, because if you bring the shoulders forward, because your shoulders are connected to the arms, then when the shoulders come forward, look what happens. The entire body goes back. And when the shoulders come back, the whole body, the rib cage, starts to go forward. So to create balance in crow pose or in flying frog, you actually draw the shoulders back away from the ears, not just to make sure they don't cramp the neck and the upper back, which is very important, but to also create the leverage. Shoulders down from the ears, that allows the rib cage, the head, the neck to be much farther forward, and you'll see I don't even have to lean so far. All right, downward facing dog. Hands go out, walk the legs back. So understanding the positioning of the shoulders and shoulder blades is so essential in daily life, but especially when you start to think about inversions. Lift your right leg high, exhale, half pigeon pose. Slip your right knee towards your right ankle. Bring your right heel towards your left hip, point through your toes. Press down into your right shin. So if you want to work this in towards your king pigeon pose, first feel the balance in the back toenails from big to pinky. Then push down with your left thigh and your right shin. Feel the elevation of the hips. Now go to your fingertips. Brace your core. Make sure there's nothing happening negatively in the spine. Turn your thumbs forward, then away from each other. That's going to help to roll the shoulders open. Pin the shoulder blades behind your rib cage, and then think of them like two little hands. Cup them on the ribs and lift. As the shoulder blades hold the rib cage open, you start to lift the spine back. Then bend your left knee, squeeze your heel towards your butt. From here, you can take the arms, lift them off the mat, or the fingers off the mat, pull the elbows by your sides, make two thumbs like you're the fawns, turn your thumbs back, and then try to touch your thumbs together behind your spine. They're not going to go anywhere, but what you want to feel is that rotation in the upper arm, also helping the spread of the chest. Stay, or start to take the arms up, and then bending the elbows, reach back for your toes. Breathe. Downward facing dog. Hands come to the mat. Step your right foot back. Full in. Stay for the exhale. Left leg high. Bend the knee open. Exhale, half pigeon. And if you're folding forward, all good. Just see if you can move those shoulder blades up, down, in, and out. See where do they sit happily and where did they start off? So a lot of times what we feel is normal is actually a place that's slightly disturbed. It's a place of slight agitation, tension, congestion, and it's only when we investigate, when we relieve ourselves of what we think is normal, we gain the open-minded perspective to see what could feel a little more optimal, what could feel a little more spacious and energetically fluid. Okay, if you're taking that upright pigeon position, working towards king, go to your fingers, brace your core, make sure nothing negative happening in the lower back, and then start to turn your fingers away from each other, turn the thumbs wide. Brace your core, front ribs, hip points come into navel, and then bend your right knee, squeeze your heel to your butt. Work the shoulders in, or back and wide, and then take those shoulder blades in, cup them behind the rib cage, use them to support the lift of the chest. From there, you could float the arms if you feel stable, make two thumbs like the fawns, and try to touch the thumbs behind your spine. They won't go far, but just that action, you're gonna feel the shoulder blades working the chest open. Stay or start to take the arms, reach up. Bend your elbows back, search for the right foot. And breathe. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs. Lean forward, high plank, then come all the way down to your belly. Legs zip together. Inhale, low cobra pose. Draw the shoulder blades in and down. The down helps you feel that length on the neck, and then release down to the mat. Look to one side, take your arms down by your sides, turn your palms to face down, and then slide your arms, wiggle the hips, bring the arms together underneath your body. So close the pinky blades touch, maybe the elbows also touch. Press into your palms, flex your biceps. If this doesn't feel good in the wrist still, take your hands out from underneath you. Now center your chin or bring your chin slightly down to just be really safe and protective on your neck. Push your right hip down, lift your right leg up. Flex your quad, point through your toes, work your breath and the sound Om. Use your mantra. Coming back to the mantra to clear the mind, full in. Now and slowly release. Other side, left hip pushes down, left leg lifts up. Flex your left quad, point through your toes, breathe in. Slowly release the left foot down. You may want to seal the lips to the mat. That's nice and safe for the neck. If you feel confident with keeping your chin forward, as long as you're super sensitive to what's happening on the back of the neck and there's no compression, you're in an okay place. That should feel more like a stretch on the throat than any pinching on the neck. Make sure you can easily lift your head at any time. Wiggle the arms closer together, maybe further down towards your knees. Then, bend your knees a little, lift your legs, both of them. Push your big toes together, roll the inner thighs up, maybe bend the knees a lot. As you squeeze heel to butt, press into your hands, lean into your chest, try to alleviate the pressure of your pelvis off of your forearms. And then slowly release down to the mat. Take your head, look to the other side. Take your arms out from underneath. Open and close your hands, making fists, roll the wrists around. Okay, so we're taking the next two postures, bridging them together from a bound locust variation into full floor bow. If you need a rest in between, please do so. Roll your shoulders and your chest open. Hook your thumbs behind your back. Spread your fingers nice and wide. As you roll the shoulders open, lift the back of your head, and it will help you to open the chest even more. Now, lift your chest, lift your head, lift your arms, lift your legs. First length. Take the top of the head, send it forward, wiggle a little side to side, find some more space. Point through the toes. And then bend your knees, squeeze your heels towards your butt. Open the thumbs, grab the outside edges of the feet. Kick a little at first, just to see, how does that feel? The legs dominate the shoulders in their power. So, bring the chest along for the ride. Roll your shoulders against the kick. You'll feel the chest flex. You'll feel the shoulder blades spread a little bit, then kick a little harder. Breathe. Slowly release down onto your belly. Look to one side. Crisscross the legs, making an X as they cross and then a V as they spread. Then let your feet come down to the mat, big toes touch, heels drop wide. Pick up your head, look to the other side. As the heels drop wide, press the outer shins down. Press the outer edges of the feet down. Wiggle the hips. Try to breathe deep into the space of the lower back. Stay for your exhale. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, rise up, tabletop pose. Knees together. Split your ankles and then come to stand up on your shins. So the ascent and the descent, right? Entrance into the pose and exit, very important. Kick into your shins, slowly start to lower. It's a slow descent. If you get so low that all of a sudden you can't lift, then it's too far. Come out of it a little bit. If you can slowly sit all the way to the ground, just make sure those heels are nice and tight to your outer hips and your toes are pointing straight back. Can you still kick into the shins? Feel the quads are staying on. From there, hands to feet. Lower the elbows simultaneously to avoid twisting the spine. And then walk the elbows slightly forward to bring the shoulders down. Stay or take your arms, grab your elbows above your head, kick into the shins, feel the quads engage, and breathe. Full. And empty. Full. With the mantra, silent ohms. Control the mind, control the breath. It'll clear the distractions and open the gates for you to fully feel your body in a much more sensitive way. From that connection, the poses will begin to teach you. Through the sensations, you can follow your intuition into more space, into more depth. Hands to feet. Walk your elbows in. Come up onto your straight arms. Downward facing dog. Hands walk out in front. Tuck your toes. Pedal out your legs. Shrug out those shoulders. Last downward facing dog today. So let this define your best, not in the shape, but in the connection, in the way that you move the shoulders, in the way that your arms, your upper back, and your neck feel. Come on down to your knees. Have a seat on the tops of your feet. Sweep the arms up. Palms together, hook your thumbs, pull up on the sides of the waist. Then exhale, tilt your pelvis. As you tilt your pelvis, feel the length of the spine. Reach forward with your arms. As you come down to the mat, forehead and pinky blades touch as simultaneously as possible. 2 variations. This traditional variation, you keep the prayer grip, press down with the blades of the hands, lightly pull back your shoulders, and feel the neck's length. If you want to work a variation I've been playing with, I really like this one. Open up your hands, turn the palms to face the sky, then make 2 fists. As if the backs of your hands had a little bit of polish on them, try to polish the mat. Little circles. Think wax on, wax off, circular movements in the hands, tracing those circular movements all the way back through the arm to the shoulders and shoulder blades. You're now moving the shoulders up, out, down, and in. Protraction, retraction, elevation, depression. You're hitting those 4 basic movements. Not a lot of rotation, but those 4 can really help your connection and the feeling of your spine, your ribs, and your breath. Let's re-grab the palms together. Lift your forehead and your pinky blades an inch, and then inhale, slowly rise. Bring your hands down to your hips. Lift your chest. Separate the knees, hip distance. Tuck your toes or keep the tops of the feet kicking straight down into the mat. Okay, the shoulder blades are like 2 little hands. We want to bring them behind the rib cage and then lift them up, almost like you've got someone supporting the rib cage and just boosting your chest into camel pose. So let's take it slow. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, pull your elbows down. Draw your shoulders back. Take the shoulder blades behind the heart. Bring them slightly in. Cup the ribs and lift. Inhale. Brace your core. Start to lift your spine back. Go for length. Go for expansion in the chest. You could take hands to prayer and lift the sternum into the thumbs. Or slowly, if it feels appropriate, bring the elbows down. Take the hands down. Touch the heels. When you grab the heels, kick with your feet and pull up with your hands. Find the opposition. You're opening the spine like a wheel of light. Inhale, slowly rise. Hands back to the prayer. Knees together, heels together. Sit back on your heels. Reach back behind you. For the grab, point your fingers down and your palms in, and then slide the arms back. Now turn the palms to face slightly forward. From here, you never rotate the arm again. You just grab for the heels. Thumbs stay on the outside. Tuck chin to chest. Exhale, Sasangasana, rabbit pose, forehead to knees. Bring the top of the head lightly onto the mat. Grab those heels tight. Now lift your hips. As you lift your hips, you'll feel weight on the top of your head. Kick your shins down to make that weight feel light. Pull your shoulders back to make your neck feel long. Now squeeze your arms against your sides and breathe deep with your mantra. Oming through the inhale. Oming through the exhale. Have a seat on the mat. Sweep your legs out in front of you. Right leg off to the side. Left foot comes up against the inner right thigh. Bend your right knee. Walk that right thigh back. Take your left arm, reach forward, then go thumb down. Grab the outside edge of the right foot. Right hand goes outside the left hand. Wiggle a little side to side. Move the shoulders up and down. Turn your chest to the right. Drop that left shoulder down a little, and then around your forehead to the outer right thigh or shin. Now the breath. Full. To empty. Slowly rise. Switch your legs. Left leg out to the side. Right foot comes in. Bend your left knee a little. Take the right hand, go thumb down. Grab the pinky blade of the foot. Left hand outside the heel. Lift your chest. Turn your chest to the right. Dip the right shoulder down. And then bow. Forehead outside the thigh or shin. Mantra oming through the inhale. Power of Om, a steady vibration to burn away the thoughts that can root and weed into the mind. Also a sacred fire that prevents other thoughts from fully forming. The more you commit to Om, the more you help to create space and clarity in the mind. Breathe full. Stay for the exhale. Slowly rise. Sweep your legs out in front of you. Arms go high. Exhale, tilt your hips, bow the length of your spine. Wiggle the hips gently back. Wiggle the shoulders gently forward. Use those shoulders. Elevate them towards the ears at first so that the shoulder blades coerce the rib cage and the spine to go long. Then grab your feet, pull. Draw the shoulders back. Feel the length in your neck. Stay for the sweetness of the breath. Full to empty. Full to empty. Oming in the mind. Slowly rise all the way up through seated. Scooch forward. Come all the way down onto your back. Hold your knees into your armpits. As you pull the knees down and wide, brace your buttocks and tailbone down. Brace your shoulders and spine down. Happy baby pose. Grab a hold on the outside edges of your feet. Pull with your biceps, but also lean into the mat. Press your feet into your hands. And breathe. Hug your right knee into your right armpit. Avoid compression into the rib cage. Extend your left leg long. Exhale, supine twist. Center your left heel. Use that left heel to lift the hips. Slide the left hip under. Stack the right hip over. Ground both of your shoulders. And then turn to the right. Move your head side to side. Can you feel both shoulders and shoulder blades grounding down? Goalpost or tee out your arms. Ride the waves of the breath, oming through the inhale, oming through the exhale. Come back to center. Left knee hugs in. Right leg goes long. Supine twist. Use the right heel to lift the hips. Stack your left hip on top of your right hip. Ground your shoulder blades flush to the mat. Turn your head to the left if that feels comfy. Goalpost or tee out the arms. Lean both the shoulder blades down. That's high priority. The knee might lift, the hips might unravel a little. That's okay. If the left shoulder lifts, we're not really twisting, we're just turning the body or rolling onto our side. So the shoulder blades create the stable position in which the rest of the spine can rotate from. Slowly come back to center. Grab your arms around your shins. Squeeze your forehead into your knees. Give yourself a big squeeze, a lot of love for coming to your mat. Full breath in. And then final Shavasana. Let your body float. Take a moment. If you wear your hair tied up in a ponytail or a bun, remove the bands. Massage out your scalp. As you massage out the scalp, massage out your jaws, your temple. And just notice, can you relax your eyes, soften the jaw, your mouth, your tongue. Work the shoulder blades slightly under. Take a full breath in. Let the breath empty. Fully in. At the top, relax. Fall with the exhale. Gentle ohms through the inhale. Ohms through the exhale. As you allow the physical body to drop, can you chant Om indefinitely? Let the breath fade back into its autopilot. Simply observe the breath. Focus your attention on the sound Om. Bring your awareness to the space between the eyebrows. And just imagine a beam of light radiating from your tailbone through the spine up into the space between the eyebrows, and then sending that light straight into the sky above you. As you see the light shine up, imagine it's just like a fountain. It starts to open up into a dome and surround the room around you. See yourself encapsulated in light. Not reaching for the sun, but feeling the sun that exists within yourself. Everything has a sound, though we might not be able to hear it. Even in silence, your body is still idling, meaning the life processes are still moving. Though the sound may not sound like words, sentences, it is the proverbial Om. Everything has this vibration. So when we connect to Om, we connect to that primordial space within ourselves, the life processes. As the earth rotates, it has a vibration, it has a frequency, as does the sun and all of the celestial bodies. Coming back to Om reunites us with this energy. And start to soften the intentional sound Om, and instead, just listen. The Om in the mind is like soap, helping to scrub away and wash the thoughts that we sometimes don't even realize get stuck. Our thoughts create our reality. And so when our thoughts can fade, all of a sudden we realize the reality we thought we were experiencing was a construct of the mind. But by holding Om, we simply replace one construct with another. By letting go and listening, feeling the space between the thoughts, observing the passage of time through the sensation as it flows through the skin, feeling air pass between your fingers and toes, feeling the weight of your clothes or your jewelry, noticing the things that are always there hiding in plain sight, and moving deeper inward still. Can you simply feel the insides of your palms? How about the length of the arms? Can you feel the blood moving through your hips and your thighs? You're welcome to stay in Shavasana. Take your time as you leave your mat behind, or when you're ready, slowly rise to a seat. And just notice from deep rest, the movements you take as you awaken the body are so much more intense because you are so much more sensitive, out of your head, dwelling on the future, the past, and thought, connected fully to the sensations that rise and fall in the physical body, connecting to the present time experience, the ebb and flow. Bring the hands to the prayer and bow chin to chest, honoring that space within ourselves. It is in the space between our thoughts, outside the construct of our reality, without identity, that we are all connected, that we are all one and the same, in pure consciousness and pure awareness. Touch the thumbs to the third eye center, trust your intuition. If you set your intention to come to this place, let your intuition guide you in that still small place. We bow to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have an amazing weekend. Hope you enjoyed this class. Just thinking about that movement on the shoulder blades can really help and define each and every pose when you start to ask, yeah, what are my shoulders supposed to do? And that's really the nature of these exercises as we go week by week, is to just ask a different part of the body, hey, are you just doing what you always do? That might be right, it might be optimal, but it might not be. And so if you just start to explore it, if you understand the various directions the shoulder blades can move, the hips can move, the legs can move, you start to see which shape, which movement makes sense in which pose and how much. And so I hope this practice helps you with that exploration, and I'll see you guys again.